Imagine a future where information doesn't need to pass through your eyes, ears, or skin. A future where signals go straight into your brain, like receiving a message from nowhere. Well, that future may have just taken its first real step. Scientists at Northwestern University have created a tiny, flexible wireless implant that can send secret messages directly into the brain using light. Yes, light. And what makes it even more unbelievable? The brain can learn to understand these artificial signals as if they were real sensations. The implant itself looks almost harmless, thin, soft, and about the size of a postage stamp. But don't let the simple appearance fool you. This device sits quietly under the scalp, resting on top of the skull. From there, it shines tiny, precisely timed bursts of red light through the bone, activating specific neurons inside the cortex. No wires, no bulky headgear, just a small implant. And suddenly, the brain has a brand new language to learn. To test the device, scientists used mice engineered so their neurons respond to light. They started sending patterns, little flashes, rhythms, and sequences, directly into the brain. Here's the crazy part. The mice learned what the patterns meant, even though the signals didn't come from normal senses like sight, sound, or touch. The brain simply treated the flashes of light as meaningful information. Imagine that. No sound, no vibration, no image. Just pure artificial stimulation. And the brain figured it out. During experiments, each pattern acted like a secret code. If a mouse recognized the correct pattern, it would run to a specific port to collect a reward. And they were surprisingly accurate, showing that the artificial sensation was clear enough to guide real decisions. This discovery builds on years of work in optogenetics, where scientists used light to control genetically modified neurons. Traditionally, this required sticking fiber optic cables into the brain, making movement difficult and experiments restrictive. But this new device changes everything. This implant uses an array of up to 64 tiny micro-LEDs, each as thin as a strand of hair. Every LED can be controlled independently, letting scientists create patterns that resemble real sensory activity happening across the brain. Instead of tapping one spot, they can illuminate entire networks like playing chords instead of single notes. One of the researchers put it perfectly. Our brains are constantly turning electrical activity into experiences. This platform lets us create entirely new signals and watch how the brain learns to use them. So why does this matter? Because this could one day help. People with prosthetic limbs feel touch again. Patients with hearing or vision loss receive artificial sensory input. Robotic limbs be controlled directly by the brain. Stroke survivors regain function. Pain be modulated without drugs. We're talking about a future where lost senses might actually be replaced, not just compensated for. This technology could help create a completely new category of brain-machine interfaces, ones that restore sensations we can no longer naturally feel. Now that the team has proven the brain can understand these artificial light-based messages, the next step is to push further. More LEDs, more patterns, more complexity, more parts of the brain, and deeper stimulation using new wavelengths of light. And of course, testing how many different artificial senses the brain can learn. Right now, this is happening in mice, but the long-term vision is clear. Light-based communication with the human brain. Imagine receiving information without needing to see it or hear it. Imagine restoring senses that were thought to be permanently lost. Imagine expanding human perception beyond anything we've ever experienced. It all starts with a tiny, wireless implant that sends secret messages straight into the brain. And this is only the beginning.